right, Mr. Simple Biz Guy, let's start the show.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for tuning into the SimpleBiz360 podcast. My name is Jeff Mason. I'm your host today for this fast and fun episode. We're on YouTube, IGTV, Gab TV, 28 audio platforms. And the easiest way to find us is go to our website, SimpleBiz360.com. You can go to the podcast tab. You can find any one of the YouTube experiences over the last 4 seasons on there. You can even find links to some of the rock and roll tunes we put on there. And you can find access to the audio versions of every show since its inception back in middle of October 2019. Also, our book is on Amazon. It's in 3 forms: Audible, it's in Kindle, and it also is in paperback. You can get it there. SimpleBiz360, Timeless Business Tools is the title. And today we're talking about something very passionate to me, and that's reducing the amount of customer questions. Now, this is a customer service type of show, but we're talking about the experience economy, right? In the experience economy, which is the focus of every one of these shows, it's not so much what we do, it's how we do what we do that gets the scores from the customers, good or bad scores, right? So one of them is customer service. And, we could field a lot of questions during the course of a day if we accepted phone calls, and this eats up a lot of our personnel time, and it puts the customer in a position where they're saying, you know what, I'm not getting enough upfront information from this company, or I don't trust this company to do things without me asking a lot of questions. Whereby, if you took the opposite attitude and you said as the company, you know what, most of our customers have the same types of questions. So we're going to get to the customer before they get to us with our customer service discipline, and we're going to answer a lot of questions up front so the customer doesn't have to. For instance, easy, right? They send you an order via email. Well, rather than send them into the cyberspace wondering if you got their order, just simply say, right, and that's one less question you'd have to answer if you handle it up front. You'd say, hey, got your order. Thank you very much. We're processing it now. By the way, we noticed that 2 of the items on here are out of stock. We can either keep them on back order and ship them when they come back into stock a few months from now, or we can just cancel them off and ship you what you have. What would you like to do? So now you're getting to them before they get to you. You're giving them some options. They can answer that option. And what you've really done is shown the customer that, hey, I'm respecting your money. I'm respecting your time. I'm getting back to you with questions you probably have. You just didn't articulate it, but we've been doing this so long, we know what most customers ask anyways, so we're just going to be upfront about it for you. So these are the types of things where we have an opportunity to be what I call a 720 company or a 120 company. Now, I presented this at a national convention a couple weeks ago, and I've mentioned it before in season 1 on this show, but here's what it really is. If there's 240 business days in a year, and let's say you get one question for a customer. Well, if you don't answer that question and you force that customer to ask that question again, that's 240 questions times 2, which is 480. And if you were really a bad customer service entity and you had that customer ask 3 times, that's 720 questions they've asked you, when really all they had to begin with was 240. And then it becomes like this little visual on the wall here. You see this red guy with a rope. He's tugging 4 white silhouettes, people silhouettes there, faceless silhouettes, if you will. And that's basically the customer is the red, person tugging the vendors along like, hey, you need to give me more information, man. You need to help me. I got to pester you guys to get the info that I need. We call it the red zone tug, right? But a 120 company says, you know what? You got 240 questions a year. We know it. Well, we're going to take 120 off your plate because we're going to get to you before you get to us. We're going to pre-answer a bunch of questions you have. And so we are a 120 company, not a 720 company. If you can live by that math and do that, you are delivering excellent experience economy service to your customers, and chances are you're going to get rewarded by a lot of referrals and repeat business. So we're going to leave you today with a rock and roll tune, Green Grass and High Tides, The Outlaws, 1975. And no, it's not about marijuana. It's actually it's a song from this Tampa, Florida band that's all about having some of the lost rock and rollers come back and perform a concert for this guy. He's kind of just dreaming as he's looking off into the water. And you know what? We don't want to lose customers, do we? So we don't want to have to wonder if our customers ever come back. Let's keep them to begin with. We will see you in 168 hours.